When I began these reflections on the early Church's memory of Mary, I noted an observation by Elizabeth Schussler Fiorenza, that in patriarchal narrative the presence of women is usually only mentioned when women's behavior presents a problem or when women are exceptional individuals. Having examined the texts referring to Mary in early Christian memory, do we find this observation borne out, and if so, how? Is Mary remembered as presenting a problem? Evidently, yes. The willingness of this young woman, a girl of probably no more than 14 or 15, to become the mother of a child who was not her husband's, at once places her in a situation where she is outside the norms of her society, would appear to have dishonored Joseph, and could even be faced with being put to death. In other words, she presents those around her with a problem. Indeed, she presents herself with a problem. This is implicit in Luke's narrative and spelled out especially clearly in Matthew's, wherein Joseph's blundering, if well-meaning attempts to rectify the situation must be countered by angelic intervention. Is Mary remembered as an exceptional individual? Again, evidently, yes. Luke, in particular, presents her as exceptional in several ways, most evidently in the willingness and even joy with which she accepts a calling that, as we have just noted, places her in considerable jeopardy. Following that, her trekking across mountains to see her kinswoman Elizabeth, apparently unaccompanied by Joseph or any other of her kin, suggests that she is both adventurous and bold. At the house of Elizabeth she is presented as prophetic, for there she utters the Magnificat, one of the great oracles of Scripture. Perhaps David Brown is correct in his suggestion that the Magnificat prophecy assigns a confidence and certainty to the beginning of Jesus' life, and thus to Mary, but almost certainly was not there. But again, perhaps not. What we can't show, we don't know, is a sword with two edges. It remains unarguable that, for some reason, the prophetic Mary is how she was remembered, and that fact has to be accounted for somehow. That she is subsequently portrayed, in an advanced state of pregnancy, as willing to accompany Joseph on his trek to Bethlehem for the Roman census, again reinforces our impression of her courageous spirit.